Hello everyone, and thank you for viewing our demo. The first thing that we do is go ahead and sign in. And once you click sign in, you can see this brings us to the home page. There's three groups. These are the retail functions that would be used by a retailer. These are the distribution functions, which would be used by a supplier. And these are the general RalliBox functions. Let's begin by exploring the distribution tool. Inside of the distribution tool, you can set the cost for the item. Price can be set in either the RBC, which is RalliBox's cryptocurrency, US dollar, or any other major currency. These prices for trading purposes are converted into RBC. The retail price is automatically calculated based on a 50% margin. You can edit how much of that margin goes to a retailer by setting either 30-70, 70-30, or 50-50 split. You can also set it to sell at cost. If you are shipping from your own facility, you would use the Date Available tool to tell the system when it is that goods are going to be available for sale. If you're using a hub, you select the hub that you're going to use, and the system will automatically populate the cost per pallet and the storage cost per month based on the number of units that you're sending. You can print the label for the incoming shipment to the hub by clicking on Print Incoming Label. This label can also be sent to an email. You can also print the label yourself. Up here is where we input the number available, the color, the size, the weight per piece, as well as a description. You can also do a bulk import where you select an Excel file. When you're done, you hit distribute. That brings us back to this home screen, and the good is now distributed to the RalliBox system. Next, let's explore the Manage Hubs tool. This is the tool that allows you to manage the hubs that you're using. You can select whichever hub it is that you're using. It shows you the total storage cost. This item status is rerouted, which means a different hub has picked up that shipment. This one is in transit. This one is awaiting a response for the hub about whether they're able to host it or not. You can create a new incoming shipment to the hub. This screen has much the same settings as the original distribution screen, including the margin split and the cost per item. The hub is fixed since this is the hub that we're creating a new incoming label for. You input the number available, the color, the size, the dimensions and description of the piece. You can print incoming labels just as in the normal distribution channel. Next, let's explore the View Orders tool. This tool allows you to view the orders that have come in through your various sales channels, how many pieces are in the order, the revenue you will receive, the shipping deadline for the order, and who is filling the order. If you're using a hub, the hub will fill the order, otherwise they would be filled by you as the user. You can print the labels for user-filled orders. You can also view the details of a particular order, or reject a specific order. That's it for the supplier screens. So now let's move on to the retailer screens. First is Retail Goods screen. This is where it allows you to see the goods that are available for retail inside of RalliBox. It shows you the wholesale price, the retail floor price, the margin split, the revenue per sale that you would get, the amount available, and the number of suppliers that are filling those amounts. Whichever one is selected down below, it will show you the dimensions as well as the shipping costs, also an image and a description. All you have to do to add something to your retail channels is select it and then hit retail and add the product. Now let's take a look at the sales channels. Inside of here you can select the retail platforms that you have active on RalliBox, as well as the stores inside of them. It will show you the goods that are in your RalliBox and whether or not they're in the store. To add a good to the store, you just click Add Good and input the price. Above, it will give you the minimum retail price. To add a new channel, simply click Add New Channel, select a supported cart, and that channel will show up underneath active retail platforms connected to RalliBox. To add a store, you select an active platform and input the URL of the store. Those will show up underneath the Select Store for that platform. To use a template, simply click on Template and select the template you want to add to the active store. These templates are dynamic and they update as information in the system updates. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at the Manage Goods section. This section shows you all of the goods that you have either supplying or retailing inside of the system. The status on the side. Clicking any of the goods that you're supplying, you can also edit these. It will allow you to make adjustments on the fly to the cost, to the margin split, and the number available. It will also allow you to update the description and the dimensions. Underneath, it shows you the description of that particular good. You can also remove selected goods. This also supports bulk import. Under the permissions settings, this is where you would go to add new logins and give specific users under your account the ability to see and do certain functions. Let's explore the RalliBox settings. You have both supply and retail settings. In the retail settings, you can have it automatically remove out-of-stock listings or replace those listings with the closest match found by the system. You can have the system reroute orders that did not ship within the same listing, or find a different listing that's a close match, or backorder non-shipped orders. You can also set it to automatically drop suppliers that did not ship, and to automatically push items that are added to RalliBox goods into the sales channels. Under the closest match priorities, you can prioritize the similarity of the item, the wholesale price, or the margin split. You can also turn on and off the use of dynamic templates. Under the supply settings, you can enable or disable backorder. You can automatically schedule pickup times at your facility. You can automatically relist returns that are sent to a hub. You can also allow wholesale purchases. These purchases will be made by a hub or through a retail site. You can also set the markup on those wholesale purchases. The RalliBox payment system is blockchain-based. A retailer purchases RBCs from the RalliBox system in order to use to pay suppliers. The supplier can then either exchange or relend that RBC, which creates a receivable. And the supplier gets more RBC in return. RalliBox then collects on the original receivable. This wallet shows you your balance and also acts as a portal to the RBC exchange. Below the balance, it shows you the exchange limit both to and from RBC. It also shows you the exchange rate both to and from the RBC, as well as the exchange rate after the RalliBox discount. This discount depends on the number of SKUs as a retailer that you are holding with RalliBox. Suppliers get an average of their retailer's discount. This is where you can enter the amount of RBC that you want to exchange. It gives you the value of the exchange underneath. You can also sync this activity with your progress on RalliBox. You can also sync borrowing activity with RalliBox if you're a retailer. You can put in a bank account and routing number to link to the wallet. In order to send a payment in RBC, you enter the RalliBox ID of the person you want to send it to and the payment amount and hit Send RBC Payment. You can lend and borrow RBC from this wallet as well. You create a loan in a certain amount and set the date in which you want the loan to be available for the borrower, as well as the date you want the loan to revert back to your balance if it's not borrowed. The system will give you the amount of RBC that will be mined once the loan is matured. You can set the maturity terms between 24 hours to 21 days. These are common maturity terms for commercial paper, which is usually not available to small retailers. Under this system, we can make commercial paper available to very small retailers. This section will show you the loan amount as well as its status as having been transacted and the amount of RBC mined by the transaction. You can also set the wallet to relend this mined RBC on the same terms. To borrow RBC, you simply select the maturity that you're looking to borrow at, and then click on one of the available loans. You can set the system to automatically borrow at those same terms whenever along that term becomes available. You can also borrow the selected loan. That's it for this demo. If you are interested in signing up to be an early adopter for RalliBox, you can contact us at david@rallybox.com.